Have you ever worked in an environment where all your boss cared about was your relationship with him or her and not if the tasks were getting done? Or have you ever worked in an environment where all your boss cared about was the task getting done and not how you felt? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today, something called the management grid. Now, on the left side, on the y-axis, is the relationship. This is how much your boss cares about your relationship with him or her and the morale of the office, basically. While the task on the x-axis is a scale of how much the boss values getting tasks done and completing objectives over the morale of the office. So to start, we're going to be in the top left, and this quadrant is called country club management. In country club management, it is what it sounds like. So in a country club, the boss or whoever runs it is just focused and worried about how everybody's feeling and really laid back and doesn't care if tasks get done and stuff like that, which is for some people a great environment. But for people who are goal driven and need to get stuff done to feel appreciated and to feel valued, it's not the right spot. So now we're going to go to the bottom left, which is low relationship and low task, and this is called impoverished management. In this quadrant, it's low relationship and low task. So basically it's like not having a boss at all. So in this situation, a boss would stay in his office or her office, and you would have zero goals and zero objectives, basically a free-for-all, or like chickens running around with their heads cut off. You would have no idea what to do and no idea how the boss felt about you. Now we're going to move to high task and low relationship, and this is called authority compliance. In this region, it is, as you can tell, high task and low relationship. So the boss is way more worried about if tasks are getting done and less worrying about how people feel about the task and how much people enjoy work and the morale of the office. So this would be a good spot for something that has very small room for error and a job that you can't mess up and where people aren't very personable. While it has its place, it's not the ideal spot you want to be in. So now we're going to move to the middle of the grid, and this is called middle of the road. This is a great spot to be at, and obviously we still have one more spot that's going to be a little bit better, but this is middle task and middle relationship. So that you can tell your boss values both equally and knows the importance, and you know the importance as a worker. You know the importance of getting a task done, but you also know that your boss cares about you and cares about how things are being done in the office. So now in the last region is team management. And as you can see on the grid, this is high task and high relationship. This is essentially where every manager wants to be and where every leader in an organization strives to be, where you're completing tasks at a high capacity, and at the same time, all your workers and employees know that you have a high relationship with them, and you're not just goal and objective driven, but you care about them as a person as well. So in the business world, this is extremely important for employees as well as administration and managers and really anyone in the business. So knowing where your boss is at on this grid, on the management grid, is important, and knowing if you're a manager, knowing where you're at and where you want to strive to be. If you want to stay middle of the road, or if you want to make that extra step in team management.